Hi, everyone. So I'd like to do a recap of Chapter 3, Marie Kondo's The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. It's really the heart of her course. There's a certain order and procedure to go about tidying, which I thought was very interesting. And then there are subcategories within those orders. It's as a way that it's a profoundly deep book, spiritually, psychologically, because our home reflects us. And she has seen many ways that people go about keeping their house tidy instead of the ongoing inertia and battle with clutter. And the core principle is, does your home bring you joy? Does it excite you? Does it empower you? Do you wake up feeling refreshed by the life you are surrounded by? Are you connected with that? So she creates an order. She says, start with your clothes. And all of your clothes. And she considers purses and bags and such part of that. Gather them all up and then create subcategories. And I thought this was interesting too, because there are methods to navigate this. I know one of the important factors is that she says start with clothes and keep sentimental things for last. Whatever category that might be, if it's a book, if it is from clothes, if it's papers, cards, if it has sentimental value, immediately put it to sentimental value. It's a different category, regardless of what it is. Very important. I'm sure we all know, as we're going through things, we're clearing out stuff, and we hit something with sentimental value, it's like an hour and a half later can go by and before we move forward. So this book, or shall I say Marie Kondo, has navigated that as we go into bringing joy to our life, there is a method. We can't just go right at it. That there is a certain way to filter and through this process. Fascinating. Start with t-shirts, then go into pants and jackets and purses and so forth. Even the way we set up things and organize, taking the time to intentionally fold our clothes, setting space and intention. And does that spark joy? And what I really like about her is how we customize. She has her clients customize what it is that brings joy to us. She says, before we get into before we start the course, set your intentions. What would you like your home experience to be like, to feel like, to envision that? And then as you go through your journey into your home and filter and discard and clear and make room, use that alignment as your guide of discernment to decide what it is that you want to keep that is serving you and things that are not. And how to let those things go. And it's not just letting go, it's like, don't give them to other people either, because that can bring guilt. You say, you know what, I don't want to let this gift or this item, or it's brand new, and so we would feel of some level, not that it's bad, but we would feel some level of guilt of letting it go because it feels like it didn't serve or fulfill. And I love how she adopts this too. She says, if you got a book and you never read it, if you got clothes and you never wore it, then that's the purpose it was meant to serve. Thank you for the excitement. Thank you. She says, show thanks and gratitude for whatever it is that it took part into your life, as far as it went. Because that is where the lesson is. It went as far as it went because that is where the lesson is, or resides. It was given to you as a gift, but you never used it. Well, it was a way to express the gratitude or appreciation and love. It was the channel of that. And that's where it served its purpose. You never wore it, but you bought it. It's exciting. Well, that's what it was for. Just for that moment of excitement. You bought the exercise machine, never used it. Well, it was for whatever purpose that was. Because one of the important things she mentions here is that the here and now is more important than what was. And going forward, if we are too much in what was, then what is to come is weighed down, and we're being taken out of the here and now. And she gets into this information in this third chapter really well. We start with clothes, we go into our books, then as she says, the kimono, the miscellaneous, all the other things, electronics and papers and all the little knickknacks in our junk drawers, all the other stuff is miscellaneous, but still, each item taken with integrity. Feel it, does it spark joy? And then finally, she gets into the sentimental, to really take more time with that. The process is still the same all the way through. Does it bring you joy? Does it excite you? And her methods about going into all that is to really take them all out and go heart to heart with each one, and then create a spot, a space for it with intention. That's where it will be. Very powerful chapter, I think, in the heart of this whole book is this third chapter. And really, again, this is not considered this is, if anything, a cultural book, a cultural influence book. It's not considered really a spiritual book, but the practices and the approach and the virtues that come out of it, I think, are very spiritually healing and self-empowering. Perhaps the word that I find maybe best accurate to describe this book is liberating. It liberates us from this invisible weight that we carry amongst the things that we have. So that's my recap for chapter 3. And of course, after the book, I'll do another recap with the other book as well from Louis Hay in my journey and understanding of spiritual practice and self-empowerment and spiritual healing. See you in chapter 4.